What's up, everyone? We'll be getting going in about 5 minutes, 5 seconds. So if you have time, grab some water, and we'll be tuning up. What's up, everyone? Mike and Aubrey here from Bold, and today we're doing a bit of an impromptu Bold live stream. And the reason why we're doing it is to help show you guys how to accept donations on your Shopify store. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of context. Some of the cool ways that we actually find out of how people are using our apps, or some other ways of people wanting to use our apps, is by going on Facebook groups and Shopify forums and asking questions and listening to some people ask their questions. And we found a really interesting comment. It was early last night, to be completely transparent. And somebody was asking if there was any apps out there, or if there was any plugins, any way that they could accept donations in order to sort of contribute to the Hurricane Harvey relief funds. And we have a way to do that. One of the ways that we do that is with our product upsell app. So I wanted to introduce Aubrey. Aubrey's one of the content marketers here. He's been with Bold for a while. He knows the apps back and forth. And we wanted to talk to you a little bit about how to use product upsell to actually claim donations and kind of fundraise for that. So how are some of the ways that people are using product upsell to grab donations? Or are there other ways besides hurricane relief that people can do this? And is this something that people should kind of be more aware of?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've all been in a grocery store or Starbucks or tons of these local businesses that ask you for a donation at the checkout, right? Whether it's to support a particular charity or a particular natural disaster that's recently happened, or even just the charitable foundation of the company. This happens all the time in brick and mortar, and it's not really super common in e-commerce businesses to ask for these types of donations, but e-commerce is growing very quickly, and customers, I think, are realizing that the whole flow of how they buy something online is becoming very similar to how they buy things in store. So this is something that not a lot of websites are doing yet, is asking for donations kind of at the checkout for any charitable organizations. And we think that our upsell app is a really cool way of doing this, and it's all going to a good cause, right? This particular storm has devastated so many areas along the Gulf Coast. Texas has been very hard hit, still not over. We wanted to see what we can do to help our merchants. We have over 50,000 merchants on Shopify. We wanted to see how far we can reach that network to help receive donations from their customers.
So typically, the upsell app is used to benefit a store owner, upsell a product that maybe is going to increase their bottom line. So what we're really trying to do here is rather than increase your own bottom line, can I take that and put it to somewhere else that need using the same app?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's called product upsell, and Mike's right. That's usually what it's used for, is for upselling products. But its biggest benefit is that it can show a pop-up on the storefront, and we think that's probably the best way to collect donations. So this is kind of a cool way to use an app that typically is used for sales, but in this case, I think it has a much more important use.
And that's very cool. And we want to make it as easy as possible for you Shopify store owners to know how to do this. So one hand, Aubrey's written an amazing blog. It's a step-by-step instructions showing you how a step-by-step walkthrough in order to do that on your store. But to take it one step further, we'll show you live on screen right now. So why don't we get right into it? Keep in mind this is live, so if you guys do have questions, we're here to answer them, and we'll get right down to the nitty-gritty. So Aubrey, why don't you take it away and show us kind of the step-by-step here.
Okay. So I'll show you kind of how this works on the storefront, how it would look to a customer, and then we'll go through how to set it up with product upsell. So if I pick this hat from our demo store here, wait for that to load, and I'll add it to my cart just as any customer would. Now, typically customers will go and they'll do their shopping and they'll finish that all off, and then they'll come to the cart page like this. So now when I hit checkout, you'll see I get a pop-up. Consider donation, and then I'm prompted to donate to the Red Cross. I can choose how much I want to donate. We have a whole bunch of different amounts here. You can choose this as a store owner and decide which one you think works best for your store, but I'm prompted to donate. And so if I go to add that donation to my cart, you'll see that I land on the checkout screen here, and you can see the product that I've added as well as the donation. After these donations all come in, probably in a couple weeks or so, you can really easily total them up as a store owner and then remit those to the charity of your choice. In this case, probably the American Red Cross or an organization that's directly benefiting the victims of this horrific storm. So that is how it looks on the storefront. We'll go through how to set it up using the app right now. So actually, before we use the app, we'll open up our products page here, and we're going to create a new product for donations. So we'll do this in the typical way that we normally do on Shopify. We'll do the title. Description's not super important. Customers generally aren't going to land on this product page, so we'll leave that blank. For an image, generally you want to upload an image maybe of the organization you're benefiting if you have their permission to use it. You could also upload some images that have been in the media for this particular disaster. This will be shown in the pop-up right next to it. We'll skip this for now, but you can upload that as a merchant. For pricing, I'm going to use the same price levels, so I'll set the base price here just to $2. This is the default amount that we would ask customers to donate, and we'll set up the options for their donation just a bit. So we'll uncheck charge taxes on this product. Typically, taxes aren't charged on donations. You might need to check with your tax authority on that. And we'll check off the product doesn't require shipping. Obviously, we're just donating. Now, the variance is kind of where this gets cool. So normally, variants are used for like the size of your shirt or a color of a particular product. In this case, we're going to use it for the donation amount. And then we'll set in our option values. So these are the amounts or the increments that we want customers to be able to donate. So for example, I could do $2, $5, $10, and $20. You can do as many or as few of these as you'd like. And after that's done, the last thing to do on the product page is just to change the price of all these variants. So even though we've titled them 2 and 5 and 10, they're still all charged the same. We're just going to change that to match whatever their title is. And there we are, and we'll save the product. So now I have a product on my storefront, donation to Hurricane Harvey. Now we'll go to the product upsell and actually set this up. So this is where we're going to be configuring the pop-up that shows to customers when they go and hit that checkout button. So if I go to create a new offer in product upsell, first thing we'll do is give it a name. This top one is just for internal use, so I'll just call it donations. Then we're going to pick to show the upsell offer when the customer presses the checkout button. So this means that the customer will have selected all of their items, and this is the last thing we're going to ask them before they go to pay for their order. For the window title and description, these are going to be shown in the pop-up. We saw them on the storefront, so I'll just make this very simple. And the description is kind of where you have a little more space to encourage the customers to actually donate. So you
For those of you who are just tuning in, we are going over how to accept donations on your Shopify store. There's a blog post written about this. Keep in mind, we'll be posting this in the comments later. If you are just tuning in halfway through, it walks you through step by step, and I'll just take it back to Aubrey.
Okay, so now that we've entered that title and description, the last thing to do is pick out our donation product that we created just a couple of minutes ago. So in this case, it is this donation to Hurricane Harvey. So we'll just add that through the product selector here and go to continue with selected products. And after that, we'll go and save the offer. So I'm just going to turn off our earlier offer there just to show you that this one is working. So this is the offer that we just created. And if I head back to our storefront here, so again, we'll pick out a product. Oh, pardon. donation is still in there from earlier. Cool. And so if I hit checkout, you'll see I didn't upload an image with this product that I just created, but your image on the product would show in this pop-up. So again, you can see I can choose the donation amount. It will get added to my cart. And the messages that I had entered are on this pop-up right here. You'll see if I choose to accept that donation, I get taken straight to the cart page. And there's my product.
Very cool.
So that's pretty much it. It's super easy to set up with Product Upsell. Again, this isn't a way that our store owners typically use the app, but it's a cool way that we think that our huge network of merchants could really take advantage of this app and help to do some good for the hundreds of thousands of people that are being displaced and distressed right now along the Gulf Coast.
It's very true, and very cool way to use Product Upsell. That being said, we are running a promotion. So over the next 3 months, if you don't have Product Upsell and you'd like to use it, in an example of the way that we just showed you, we'll provide a link for you in this blog post here or in this live stream here, and you can do that on your own. If you have any questions at all, make sure to post them in the comments below. Now more than ever, Shopify store owners and people just like us need to come together. So this is a really cool way to use your Shopify store to help those in needs. And if you do have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below, and we'll 100% get to them. If you need any help setting this up, we'll also be posting a link that you can use to go directly to our support team, and they'll give you that additional support. And that's all for today. So keep in mind that there is a blog post on this. If you want a more detailed description of it, it's on the blog right now. You can go check it out. Otherwise, you know what? Use this to your advantage. Use it how you see fit. And thanks for tuning in. This has been Mike and Aubrey, and have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.